there, but that's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna create one video and then I'm gonna end the live. I'm gonna create one video where I guess we can just showcase how one might go about using this thing quickly. I don't want to waste my time. I have other things to do. So maybe let's go about adding. We're gonna create a scenario where it's like, oh, recently there's been an increase in people looking for things on Google. I don't know. So I'm gonna add text heading. At the moment, this doesn't include any audio, right? It's all pretty much visual. Um, so I'm gonna say recently the or rather increase in search. Cause look, I don't have I don't have a topic at the moment, so this is all just me sucking my thumb, to be honest. Increase in search on Google, right? And then I'm gonna do a magnifying glass. So there's this thing. If you click on the Windows key full stop, you can input emojis, GIFs, and different things. But obviously, there is no this doesn't allow you to input in GIFs and stuff, but it does allow you to input emojis. I want a magnifying glass, so I'm just gonna look for a magnifying glass. There we go. So increase in search on Google. I don't know. All right. And then I don't know, I'm gonna add a caption and I'm gonna say recently they're looking for stuff. Does this mean people have lost their stuff? Right, so obviously this is just a simple thing. Google increasing Google search. Recently there's been an increase in people looking for stuff. Does this mean people have lost their stuff? Oh yeah, so the change in the background that seems random is actually here. Is because of the scene. So I'm gonna extend this scene. I'm gonna delete scene 3. I'm gonna extend this one. I'm gonna delete this one. Right. So I think what will happen then is increase in search on Google. Recently there's been an increase in people looking for stuff. Does this mean people have lost their stuff? And then changes to this new scene. Or you can just keep it as just one scene, right? So just one background and then delete this one if that's what you want. But anyways, the most powerful thing about this, right, is I mean, this is great how quickly you can just create this, and then you can move over to this space and do a similar thing. I'm going to make it so that when you're moving from this space to this space, it kind of adapts to your video the same way websites adapt to the different sizes, right? I'm losing the words, but make sure that it's dynamic. So like when you change from here to here, it's not creating a new workspace. It's just taking this stuff that you've done here but making it relevant to this thing, right? So kind of for web designers and stuff, people that do development, what would happen is this would be the mobile version of the website and this would be the desktop version of the website, let's say, for example, right? So I want it to behave kind of similar to that. I just can't find the words at the moment. Is, let's see, increase in people search. What we can do is if I move this all the way back and I go to library, right, and I go search bar, because remember I have created the widget. I'm gonna move this up so that it's maybe here. All right. And then I'm gonna move this to the bottom. So it's gonna be something like this. Recently, there's been an increase in people looking for stuff. Does this mean people have lost their stuff? I mean, we can extend this to, I think let's extend everything so that everything disappears around the same time. All right, so recent, okay, increase in people looking for stuff, increase in search on Google. Recently, there's been a long. Okay, cool. And then maybe what I'll do, let's go to scenes. No, let's go to elements. I'm gonna move this to where the elements kind of end. I'm gonna minimize that. I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna go to scenes, and then I'm gonna split this scene. Where is the option? There it is, split. And then this one, I want the color to be black. All right, so it's gonna swap to black. So risk increase in people, increase in search. All right, so it does that. And then this one, I don't know. And then you wanna in elements. Sorry, I added this, so I can add it here. Right, so let's do this. I really should have come up with like with a sorry, I posted. I really should have come up with a dummy script, right, to use here in this situation. Hmm. Um, and then I'm gonna add text. I'm gonna add text, and it's gonna be a heading. I'm gonna say instead of new heading, that's a 348% increase compared to this time. That's a 300% increase compared to last year. That's a 348% increase compared to last year. And maybe doesn't really work. I was hoping it would look for the emojis up. Or graph emojis graph add. Right, so that looks like a mess. I'm gonna move this up here, and obviously I'm gonna change the text to white. All right, wait. Oh, okay. That's a 48% increase compared to last year. Oh, I could make this the caption actually. So I'm a copy this. The question is why. All right, let's not capitalize anything else. The question is why. The question is why. Right, but then I copied the text that I had there. And I'm gonna choose a new caption, paste this, uh, change the style to white, move it, and I'm gonna add a feature where you can just align your text. I guess maybe the real question is why. The real question is why. I got an Excel sweater, APP perfect, go weather. Okay, so let's play that. Oi, 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 oi. Oh my goodness, I created a new caption. So it looks like there was another caption. So let me delete this one. Okay. Maybe what I can do, instead of like waiting for for this new scene, for this to appear, I can make a kind of bridge between the two. Oops. And maybe this scene ends a bit earlier. Oh my gosh, I need to add the feature where I can edit multiple things at the same time. So what's gonna happen is, as you guys can see, this is going to play, and then that maybe happens. Okay, maybe I can time this a little bit differently. Nah, that wouldn't work because the text isn't going to be the right color. Okay, so maybe this. Okay, so maybe something like that. The question is why. That's an increase. Okay, there you go. All right, so there you have your thing. All I'm doing here is I'm just making motion graphics a hell of a lot easier for people to do. Right, this was 30 seconds. It didn't need to be 30 minutes. Sorry, 25 minutes, because I just didn't have a script and I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to do a video showcasing this thing. But yeah, and then everything ends. Right, and then just to show you guys some of the things that I have, some of the widgets that I have. Let me go to scene. Unfortunately, this is also only available for desktop at the moment, in which case it's not available to anyone. But I've made a desktop app at the moment. I haven't done anything else. I just want to show you guys some of the other things I have in my library. So I've created a scene 3, which extended this video a little bit longer. But let's see, milestone. Let's go to elements so that we can see the thing I just added. I'm gonna click on collapse all so that there's not too many elements on the thing. So you have something like milestone, which I want to change the background of the thing to maybe green, something like that is fine. Maybe even a gradient. So maybe no, it doesn't matter. So this is an element as well. These are widgets. So the nice thing about this is these are all widgets. You can create your own widgets and then import them into the app, right? Obviously, there are certain constraints of what the widgets need to be, in which case I can kind of show people how to do that if people should ever be interested. And then that's just about all there is to this, right? Much, I don't know, whatever. This can be like spend on whatever or whatever you want to do. But I'm just trying to show you guys the different elements. I think I have a stat row as well. And the nice thing is whatever you use for one video, it's going to be saved and you can use it for another video later on. That's another cool feature about this, right? Like you don't lose anything. Whatever you create for this current video, it's going to be saved in your embedded files and stuff, right? And you're not going to lose this. You don't want to lose any of this. Right. Again, you can change all these numbers to whatever you want them to be. But yeah, I think that's just about it. I think what I'm gonna try to do now is I'm gonna export it. I'm gonna export this. I'm gonna delete everything here, obviously, because I just wanted to show you guys the existing widgets that I didn't create on this video. I'm gonna delete this and then I can click on export. I'm gonna call it show real. Oops. Sorry. So here you can set like the start and the end of what you want to export. But export, I'm gonna call this example 1. live. Oh, let's call it live example one. Live example one. And it's gonna go into the exports folder. That's fine. I'm okay with that. And then it's just gonna take a little bit of some time to render. Once it's done, I'm gonna end this live, but I'll post this video so that you guys can see it on my channel if you guys want to see it. Oh yeah, this thing here right at the top, you can also remove if you want to remove it. There's no need for it to be there. Where did I put it? I think it's in it's not in media because that's where like you can upload your pictures and stuff. Was it in library? No, geez, where did I put it? There we go. This thing, the progress bar. It's in library under progress bar, obviously. If you switch it off, you won't be able to see the thing. But I'm not going to switch it off now because it's already rendering. But you can switch it off so that people don't have. I like this because people can see how long the video is gonna be. They can kind of like quickly see how slow or how fast the video is going. Geez, this video is going to like 50 something, 57 seconds long. But yeah, anyways, we'll see. Never say no. Just waiting for this to finish rendering, and then I'm gonna conclude this meeting of mine. 30 minutes. That's extremely long for honestly. Okay, that should be done. Yeah, that's it. You guys will see the video on my YouTube channel if you guys want to see it.